Oh, no, this is James. James. He can't cook, clean, or manage a household.
Wait, you said he can't clean.
I'm sorry, bro.
Damn.
I meant she.
How you doing?
She can't cook. She can't cook, clean, or manage a household.
You trying to make me spicy? What you doing?
I'm not trying to make you spicy, bro. That's a slip. That's a slip on my end. No shade. As Tosh said earlier, no shade, bro.
Yeah, ever since his notebook thing. Ever since notebook. That's what
Hey, look.
been dealing with.
Ain't nobody tell me tonight you was fluid, okay? Ain't nobody tell me you was fluid, baby. I'm sorry, man.
Brother, we just brothers just talking. Brother just talking about any and everything. Brother just talking. Brother just talking.
What's up? And we welcome you back to Brothers Just Talking. It's been a long week, but it's been a week of time that we've had time to get some things together, and the brothers got some new topics. I know. Y'all see, we got something different in the shop tonight, and I'm going to get to that. Let me start with the introduction of our super team. E, how you feeling tonight, bro?
Doing good, baby. Doing good.
All good. My man, Sebastian B. Blue in the house. Are you there, baby?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to rock and roll, fellas. Let's make this happen.
And Big Game James, my man, they call the funky one. What's up with you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How's everybody doing?
And you know what?
Well,
We got the team here, but we finally were able to deliver on something that many of you have asked for. Now, y'all know this is the barbershop here, and it's known as the Black Men's Country Club. But tonight we have a very, very special guest. Many of you have asked that as an alternative to some of the things we think and talk about. Maybe we need a female guest. Well, tonight we're going to present you with just the perfect person. Joining the brothers talking tonight is Natosha Tosh Warner, a retired federal leader whose career spans 37 years of public service, executive leadership, communications, entrepreneurship, and mental health advocacy. Tosh has served in senior leadership roles, including chief operating officer, and today brings that same leadership and experience into the entrepreneurial world as a serial business owner. That was a lot. That means she's holding it down. She holds master's degrees in communications, media management, and clinical mental health, giving her a unique perspective that combines executive leadership, communication, business, relationships, and emotional wellness. Some listeners may also remember Tosh as the former host of Table Talk with Tosh, where she built a platform around honest conversations, real life issues, and giving people a place to speak openly. Today, she continues using her experience to encourage women to recognize their value, their purpose, build successful lives, and move with confidence. And tonight, as I stated earlier, she's stepping into the barbershop, where we definitely have some questions that need a woman's perspective. Brothers, let's give her a warm welcome. Welcome, Natosha Tosh Warner.
Welcome.
Thank you for allowing me to peek into the barbershop.
Natosha, you know what? The first thing that I want to throw out to you is what made you interested in joining this particular conversation tonight?
Well, I've tuned in a little bit to your barbershop talk, and as you mentioned, sometimes you need a little woman's perspective. I don't necessarily, some people are like, oh, she's a girl's girl or whatever, but I just try to keep it real and raw and being honest. So I'm not going to necessarily agree with some of you. I won't agree with the women sometimes, but I'm just going to be real and raw, my truth. That's all.
Excellent. Well, I want to throw a couple things out here tonight. First of all, you're in the shop, but I got a couple rules for you too, okay?
Yes, sir.
So I want you to understand, you know, women like to take over. You ain't taking over tonight, okay? We are going to listen to your perspective. We're going to respect you, and we also going to love upon you. But we also probably will be disagreeing with you.
I like
on
it.
some things. However, this will not be a woman takeover, and we're not going to turn this into what are those things, fellas? The chick flick type movies? No, that's not going to happen here
But
tonight.
I like the chick flick sometimes. Though.
Oh my gosh. Tell me you not. Hey man. Hey, oh, hold up. I don't mean to. Oh
You up,
man.
boy.
Hold up.
Pack
Hold
you
up.
all the way up.
Hold up. Hop. Hey, Hop, I ain't mean to interrupt you, but yo, James, tell me you not one of those notebook watching type brothers.
He probably is. He
You better
probably
not
is.
tell me you one of those notebook watching brothers,
He
man.
done let the cat out the bag,
no.
man.
Pull his man card.
Hey,
Pull the man's
hey,
card.
you better not. Hey, James,
Pull his man
James, you
card.
better not tell me, James. You better not tell me you one of those notebook watching brothers.
Yo, check this out. We got a beautiful
only
guest.
cry when it's necessary.
You know
Oh
what?
my gosh, you lost all cool points.
We got a beautiful guest in tonight.
Yes,
So
yes.
we're going to see his softer and mellower side. Okay. Okay.
Wait a minute, is he the beautiful guest?
So look, I want to set some things out. We want to make clear to you out there in our audience, you know, while we have a great guest on with her tonight, it's clear she is not being asked to speak for every woman out there. So we don't want to get bombed, and we don't want you to bomb her. She is bringing her experiences, her opinions, her relationship expectations, and her perspective as a woman. So please keep that in thought in the various comments that you're going to send us. Normally, you've got the brothers giving you our perspectives. Today, we got somebody at the table who can challenge some of what we think, especially about relationships from the other side. So let's get right to it. Tosh, can I call you Tosh?
Please do.
Okay. After meeting these brothers, and you kind of got a feel for it and you've seen us, who you think gonna give you the most trouble tonight?
Can it be a toss-up? I think it's going to be a toss-up between Blue and E. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Oh man, oh.
Not even close.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
It is
You know what?
honor. It is an honor having you on board. So thank you.
I got my Vaseline. I'm ready. I took my earrings off already, so I'm ready. I'm ready.
Save it for James. Save it for James with the notebook. I can't believe he said he's a notebook brother.
Me too.
I cannot believe you just lost all cool points, bruh.
I never said I was a notebook brother.
You said if necessary. You said if necessary.
Well, man, come on now. There's certain movies you can't help it. You cannot help it.
Yes,
You cannot tell me when James died on what's that movie?
We talking about
Good Times. Oh, Good Times.
No, with 5 Heartbeats when he got hit by the car.
When he got hit by the car, right?
Yeah, come on now.
We talking about the Notebook. I specifically said the Notebook and La La Land, and I can keep going.
I never seen La La Land.
Hey, it's the same thing. It's the Notebook Part 4.
Hey, fellas, let's bring it in because we got some things we want to talk about, and we definitely want to get our guests involved. So the hot topic tonight is going to be prenups. That's right, I said it. Prenups. Do you protect the bag, or do you trust the love? You know, in today's society, should every man consider a prenup? Now, I'm gonna throw the first scenario, so to speak, out to Tosh. Tosh, a man says to you, I love you and I want to marry you. But before the wedding, I want us to sign a prenup. What's your immediate reaction?
Where's my pen?
Whoa, okay.
I'm signing.
Okay.
No problem.
So you have no problem, with that. So does
No
asking for a prenup make you question his trust at all? No, it doesn't, does it?
No, not at all. Because I'm gonna want him to sign mine too, so it's all good.
Okay. Does the way he presented to you matter?
It doesn't. It doesn't. So let me just say this. I did put that question out there on my Facebook page before we started tonight. And one gentleman, he had a really good perspective, which was biblically, he's a Christian. He said biblically that goes against God. But I looked up the stats, and so 34, I think it's up to 35 to 42% of marriages will likely end in divorce. the way I look at it is from not a biblical standpoint. I'm not talking about religion, but let's say I had a house. My grandmother left me a house. I want to protect my grandmother's assets. So I don't have a problem with a man doing the same thing. I don't have a problem with him. What you came into the relationship with is what you should leave with, in my opinion.
Would you ever ask that man to negotiate on it? Maybe if you heard something in there that you wasn't necessarily feeling, would you ask him to negotiate that? So this is how I
look at it. I look at it from a perspective of, if we're married. I've been married, by the way, for 18 years. So if we're married and let's say he sits me down, I don't have to work. I'm taking care of the kids. I'm taking care of the house, and I'm not working, then I expect to be compensated for that time that I was offline from working and making and expanding my career. So that's where the negotiation should come in. I also feel like there are some men who sit down and take care of the house and the kids. So I think it should be equal as well. So I don't think it's restricted to gender, but I feel like whoever is sitting down and taking care of the house and the family and the kids and all that, and the other person's out there working, they should be compensated.
Well, we're going to touch on all of those things here tonight. You already tapped in a few other areas where I'm going to be going.
My bad.
So no. You being you. And that's cool. That's cool. Because you're going to get other opportunities to speak up, especially when we might not feel exact same way. And so the last thing with that, you definitely would seek your own attorney before signing, huh?
I don't know about an attorney, but I probably, and where I am now, I'll put it through ChatGPT. But yeah, some type of legal advice and guidance, yes. Just to make sure that I'm whole. So yes.
Right.
My own attorney, yes.
Okay, so I got a question that I'm throwing out pretty much to the fellas and to everyone. Is a prenup planning for divorce? Some people actually believe that. So my question to you is, can you completely trust someone and still financially protect yourself? Big game. I'm throwing it out to you, the funky one. Tell me what you think.
Honestly,
man.
when I was younger, I would say, I was against it. But as I've gotten older and you have kids and you have things that you get, and relationships can end. So I have to agree with Tosh. Now that I'm older, I can understand if my wife wanted a prenup for whatever reason, and she understand why I would want one as well. So it's not even an issue now because you've worked all this time, you've accumulated whatever you've accumulated, you wanna protect it, and you wanna protect your if you have kids, you wanna leave things to them. I understand completely. I don't have an issue with it.
So big game, you're speaking more from the standpoint of if you were to remarry, because obviously you're married now, so we can't that. Yeah, okay. So, but if you were to do it again at this particular point where you've accumulated certain things, blah, 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 you're looking at it like that. I'm going to throw it over to you, E. How you feel about that, man?
Any man that's going into a marriage, you want to see, where is she at? Is she about the bag or is she about you? Because if she's about the bag, then she's going to say no to the prenup. But if she about you, she should agree to it, like our young lady said, and it shouldn't be a problem. But if you want to know, do you have a problem with your significant other? Put the prenup in the game and see where she's at. And if she starts giving you this little back and forth, this and that, I don't see why I need to sign. Run. That's a flag. Run. Fellas, run. If that prenup come up and she starts giving you that back and forth talk about this and that and the other, brother, she just told you what you needed to hear. Run. Run for the hills. Don't look back. Don't. She just gave you the green light to run. So prenups are necessary.
Now, my man, Blue, put a little bit of your sauce on this, man. Can you completely trust someone and still financially protect yourself?
Yes and no. I'm gonna agree with the funky one on this one. At this day and age, it's about protecting what we've already built with someone new. So I'm all for it, whether, the young lady wants me to sign one and I would give one, I would, in the same breath, was like, oh yeah, you need to sign one on my behalf too. So pretty much if we both had prenups, I don't see a problem with it. I'm also say that, we're at that point where we're established, and it's funny because I would say this, I was like, if you're not financially secured where you're at, then that's a red flag for me. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not financially secure, then I hate to say it, but I can't, until you get financially secured, I can't see me building. Nah, I'm not gonna say that. If you're not,
Nah, say that. Because that's pretty much how we all feel. Say that.
right? If you're not, then I can't see us moving 100% until you get your finances in order. Because I've been in that boat where I've had to, you know, and this is non-marriage. I've been in that position, man. Like, nah, I'm helping you out by the bootstraps. I'm trying to help you out get back on your feet. And in return, it's like, all right, so what's up? It's not because I'm helping you out financially. Your payback is not you giving me physical satisfaction. The payback should be, all right, I need to see you got your orders, you know, for you. This is not for me. This is for you because clearly I'm like, all right, well, what's been going on? And now that if mine is in order, I need yours to be in order too, so that now the two of us can progress. You see what I'm saying? That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm saying that you're not doing it and you think that the the compensation is keep me physically happy, that's not gonna work, because I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm still financially, you still haven't learned anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, and it's not to bag women, because women feel the same way about men. It's like, hey, if I'm secured, I'm not gonna bring this brother on and keep bringing him up, and this brother ain't even doing enough to make himself better. So I feel it on both sides.
Well, you know
Now,
what?
what if a
That's
person has like I'm a firm believer, like, you can't teach ambition,
Mm-hmm.
but certain people, you can see it within them. So you might have somebody that got it within them, but right now they might be struggling a little bit, because we
Mm-hmm.
all can, today we're working, but tomorrow they can say, no, we don't need you.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen, but
Right.
that doesn't change your ambition of who you are. So I'm just curious. So what do you think about that?
well, hold on. I got to interject, big game. Now, I'm the outlier among us. I am the Christian brother. And so I'm coming from the standpoint, no, I ain't going to have no prenup. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm in a marriage now. I'm not expecting to end this marriage, okay? So, boom, that's one. If I go out there looking again, my prenup is going to be what I'm going through vetting the individual.
Mm-hmm.
If this person, so when I'm just like you were saying, if this person, has accumulated things on their side, we're going to have these type of conversations where we're going to write into whatever our insurance policy are,
Mm-hmm.
protecting our children, protecting the things we got, but we're not going to put it into no official prenup, at least from my standpoint, because I do feel this is almost like
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like, I guess like a parachute joint, like I'm looking to fail. And if I'm getting with this person and I took the vow that I'm going to be with them for life, then I'm not seeing that. But before I make that move,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to vet this individual from every single level. Yup, she might physically be pleasing me. She might, be taking care of things in the home. But if she's terrible with money and
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful to my family
Mm-hmm.
and those around me,
Mm-hmm.
she's not going to be down with me.
Right.
And we're not going to get to that point. So anybody that I go through these certain things with, from my standpoint, and I need your loyalty. And if I got your loyalty, I'm not going to have a prenup. That's
Who you
me.
But let
I,
me
who
ask
I
you
can
you.
agree with
marry is
that.
not who you divorce. Who you marry is not who you divorce.
Say that again,
Yep,
babe.
I agree.
Who you marry is not who you divorce. So I was previously married in another
Mm-hmm.
lifetime, and I could tell you that who I married actually was August 8th, 2000, whatever that was. It wasn't 2000, 1994, I'm sorry. So when we got divorced 4 years later, that's not who I divorced. It was somebody totally different. So when you say that you can vet someone, you can vet that
Okay.
person on day one, but now
Mhm.
4, 5, 6, 10, 20 years later, they're totally different.
But you know
So
what I say to you? Know what I say to you to that? That means that person was growing and y'all supposedly grew apart. But where was and I'm not saying this was your particular situation, Tosh, but for me to link up, I got to have that spiritual connection, something there that's bigger than both of us, that's going to bring us both back to our senses when we stretching out and moving apart. And so if we are stretching out, moving apart like that, boom, communication's got to be paramount. You got to do the Barney fight. You got to nip it. You got to nip it in the bud, like Barney used to say. And you got to jump on this early. And if you got God or Christ or whatever faith you are, you got that in the middle of your marriage, that's going to pull you back and keep it from that person growing so far away, not being the person you was in the beginning. Because you both should be growing at about the same pace or about the same time. Myself, this is my second marriage. I learned a lot after my first. I'm going to let you get in, E. Go ahead.
We just kind of like grew apart. You know what I'm saying? You know, we was going through, you know, well, let me get there. I'll let you know. So I was in college. She was in college. She was, we both were doing the same major and stuff like that. And we just happened to, we were just going through different ways and stuff like that. So we didn't want nothing from each other. It was just a split. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want nothing from her. She didn't want nothing from me. I said, yeah, we was. We was married, and then we was going through the same college thing. We both were doing the same major. But what I'm saying is that just because we grew apart, we haven't even generated anything that would lead to some type of I have property, you have property, I didn't have nothing. Now, in this day and age, in our dating world that we are in today, you have to protect yourself. That vetting thing don't work.
True.
And I agree with Tosh. Whoever you divorce is not that same person. Because as soon as they see what you have and you don't protect it, they go after it. And as soon as you go to court, because once to go to court, they're going to have to give her half because you didn't protect yourself. And everything that you work for, everything you put into, the money, the sweat, the nights, everything else goes to her now. And now you start from square one. So that vetting thing in this day and age that we live in don't work because everybody now knows how to put on that mask and try to pretend like they're your friend until you go to court and the court people and they tell you that, do you have a prenup? They say no, half. She gets half. So you got to protect yourself. You have to protect yourself.
So you know what you're saying to me? If I'm doing what I'm supposed to do before I find this woman, and biblically, a woman should not be hunting a man. A man should be hunting his woman. A man will find his wife. Okay, let me break that to you. So I'm going to find her. She ain't hunting me. Okay, and when I find her, my faith, where I exist right now, and trust me, brothers and sisters, I was not on this level where I'm at right now. My faith wasn't so strong where it's at right now. I probably was thinking like he was thinking. And I've accumulated things. And my wife has accumulated things. This is my second time around. But I don't, one for one, my faith is so strong, I don't worry about the material things and what I can't take with me. And we both have discussed what we leaving for our kids. So that's, and that's what I'm saying is about the particular thing. Now, if you're equally yoked and you're spiritually connected, this overcomes anything that you may have. Where you coming from, E? Because I get where you coming from. You're looking at society, you're seeing people doing this and that. And look, we done heard the Eddie Murphy half joke. Half, Eddie, half. And where do women want to get divorced at? California. So listen, I feel you. I'm just saying for me, what works for me as a man who's walking a godly walk these days, doing my best to do that. And just not saying the brother's perfect, because I got my idiosyncrasies and things. But as far as my faith is on that level, bruh. And let's say if something was to happen, I'm not worried about it. That's me and where I'm at and where I come from.
So technically, you're okay with whatever happens, it happens. You believe what you believe.
I'm going to be able to handle it. I'm going to be able to handle it. I mean, let me tell you, there's not a day, James, that God has let me go without shelter, without food, without clothes on my back. And whenever I was down,
you're a very
low
percentage.
Man, my divorce lawyer would love you. He would love you.
I'm just that dude. It is what it is, man.
They be like, man, we get a new boat this year.
Hey, yo, look. Understand this, brother. I'm not gonna make this a religious show tonight, but as God's man, I am a pilgrim in circumstances in a lost land, and I understand that. Okay, let's move on. We're gonna talk about them red flags. Okay, now and I'm gonna throw this out to Tosh from the jump. A man has a home, retirement savings, investments, a business, property, children from another relationship, and he asks his wife to sign a prenup. Okay. And matter of fact, Tasha, I'm not gonna bring you in right now. I'm gonna throw this to the guys first. And she refuses. E, you spoke on this a little bit. I'm gonna give you the ball.
It's a red flag when you worked and built your empire without no help. You went through the whole shebang bang, and it's everything. As you meet this beautiful lady or whatever, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you want to protect yourself, and you say, "Sweetheart, I need you to sign this prenup so we can go ahead and move forward." Now, whatever we build after we get married, it's going to be
You're not
split
taking my Philly
50-50,
cheese
whatever we build while we're married. But what I came in with is mine. I'm gonna stay with that. You know what I'm saying? Because as men, sometimes when we look for, like you said, biblically, we're the ones that go do the searching and the looking.
You want to make sure you
Now, when we do the searching and the looking, it doesn't necessarily mean she got money. We will always date a woman down. She can work at McDonald's, and we'll date her and marry her just because this is what we like. Men date down and up. That's how men are built. That's how
no question.
Dominoes. And
No
we marry
question.
her.
No question
Now she
about
has
that.
nothing now. Hold up.
What? Wait, hold on. Wait.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Mo, but you
The
being real.
the lowest of the low. I'll take the lowest of
It's
the
true.
low. She can barely
A man
speak.
can take a peasant and make her a queen, but a queen
She
cannot
don't-
take a peasant and make it a queen and make it a king.
A peasant.
Understand that.
Not a peasant.
A man can
Yeah,
take a
not a
peasant to
peasant,
make
bruh.
a queen, but a queen cannot take a peasant to
He's
make a
right,
king.
though.
So that's how it is with us men. So if we not,
I disagree. I disagree.
I don't.
dude, it doesn't matter, because this is how you can be that 1%.
I don't want my
That's
woman
not
to
how
read.
all of us
I
is.
don't
We can
know.
date
I don't
women
know.
that don't
She
have
cannot
nothing.
read. I don't want her to read.
Right. I don't want her to
say
read.
anything. I want her to
look,
read.
I
Just
want you
know how to
barefoot.
cook.
I want you barefoot
Yeah,
and
she only allowed
pregnant
to
in the
have-
kitchen.
She only allowed to have one shoe.
I want her pregnant and barefoot in
Now,
the
if she
kitchen.
don't want to do that,
Oh my gosh.
there's your red flag.
E.
You got to leave her and get out the kitchen. You dig what I'm saying?
My God.
But hold up, that's how it is.
I think E needs a hug. I think
Well,
E
look,
needs a hug again.
Look, I gotta move away from you, E.
I think he needs a hug. There
E.
you go, man. I'm gonna
E.
give you one. I'm gonna give you one. There we go.
Yeah,
There we
yeah.
go.
E. I'm gonna move away from
He's
you.
hurting. That's hurt.
My youngest brother used to play in the NFL. He got married. And when he got married, I told him, I said, yo, you need to tell your fiance, you better do this
Right.
prenup, because she
Right.
came to me to the side and was asking me, in Maryland, you guys have common law. And I was like, why are you asking me about common law? You about to marry my brother. I went ahead and told my brother, bro, do the prenup. She's about the money. Dumb didn't listen to me. He got married
Red
to
flag.
it. She took half
Red
and
flag.
slept with one of the dudes in his locker room. So she didn't. Old Dum didn't protect himself like I told him to. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta
Wow.
protect
Wow.
yourself.
But if he went to Wendy's and got her, he'd have been all right.
You can call
That's
it what
the
you want,
problem.
but
He
that's
should've went to
reality,
Wendy's.
baby. Face reality. That's how reality is.
Okay, I hear you, bruh. It sounds like a little PTSD going on with you, man.
That brother's
No.
struggling. He hurt. He's hurt.
Blue, the floor is yours, man. Take the floor, bruh.
If I'm I'm in agreement. If the woman who I am looking to marry, if she refuses to do these small things, then yeah, that's a red flag. These are small, man. I mean, I'm keeping it
Right.
real with you. These are You know, just like you were saying, I got to look at it, you know, from the stance of, you know, who has my back. And I know that the Father has my back. And even though these are all worldly things that we're talking about, if she, once again, if her mindset is not dead, that's going to throw a flag up for me, man. It's going to throw a flag up for
Right.
me.
And I
Yeah.
and I can feel you on that. James, what you think, bro?
When I was dating, I had a certain way I was dating people. And my thought
Right.
process was, I'm not going to tell you anything about me that I want, because I think when we do that, and I told my daughter the same thing, just don't give up all your information on what you want, because then people
Definitely
have a
don't.
tendency to
Definitely
be
don't. Yes.
what you want them to be. You know, they'll behave exactly how you want them to behave until they get to where
That's
they
the
want.
impersonator on the 90 days, babe. That's that 90-day
Right.
impersonator.
But when you do that, you have no choice but to be yourself, and you get to learn somebody. So yeah, it would be a red flag for me if you know, if they didn't want to sign. But it also might be a red flag for me if they don't ask me to sign. Like, what's going on?
Right. Right. Right.
It goes vice
Now,
versa. Yeah, it goes flip flop. You're right. It does.
right. Now, you know, for me, I ain't coming to it with one because I ain't gonna be with somebody that's gonna be requiring that I'm gonna have to require a prenup. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna come with one because first of all, I ain't looking that I ain't even gonna be on that road. But if I am, I'm telling you, I'm gonna protect myself ahead of the game where I ain't even gotta worry about it. Because other questions come. If I gotta do a prenup, then I'm thinking about other things like trust, loyalty. Where's all that stuff at? So I'm not gonna do that. Let's
But
flip. Let's.
basically, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was ready to flip the switch and put it so that Tosh could answer the question. But go
Okay.
ahead. I want you to go get your last point in, James, and then I got to move on because I want to give her an opportunity if a guy came to her a certain way. Go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, though, a prenup does not. Whatever you've had before, for the most part, you don't have to worry about that. It's just
Right.
a
You don't have to
prenup.
worry about that. Right.
Right, a prenup's pretty much from that point you guys get married, moving forward, how your life is gonna be while you're together.
Right. Right. No,
So
no,
anything
you're
that
right.
you've accumulated before, it's still yours. Whatever
Right.
she has is
And
still
hers.
hers.
And no, even without a prenup, when you go to divorce court, what you came in with, the lawyers usually you leave with that. Now, what you accumulated during the marriage, that's when she get half of what you like.
Well,
If I
people
blew up,
contest prenups.
right? Yeah, and people contest prenups. You're right. Y'all, listen. I want to throw this out to
Wait,
Tosh.
you
So
asked
I do
Tasha a
have
question.
I do have that's not necessarily accurate. So for
Okay.
example, and I'm gonna use the grandmom's house again. Let's say
Okay.
you have grandma's house and you got married. You already had the house, but you have to maintain taxes and maybe there's a mortgage that you take out while you're married.
So if
Then
both of
the
y'all doing
person
that, yeah, you
together
doing the
in the
mortgage.
marriage.
Well, then that's
So that's it.
almost accumulated. That's looked
It's
at
right.
by the court that she's
But
helping you pay that because the two of you are one. Okay.
exactly.
And that's why they
So
looking at that like that. Right.
So
Okay.
that's why the prenup would be needed because that could be a family heir property. You know, we've accumulated things in our marriage. We didn't have a prenup. When I met my husband, I had assets, etc. Didn't have a prenup, much like you are. So I definitely went in blindly. He went in blindly, but we've accumulated a lot of things together. With what I'm saying is I don't want my children now. I have two teenage sons and a daughter who's grown. We're going to leave a lot of things to them. So I don't want their spouses coming in taking all my money. I'm looking at my son's girlfriend like now, like, well, you know, and they're like, well, I'm only 16, chill out. But I'm thinking that way.
And you're thinking that way.
So for me, we're going to continue to accumulate things. I don't want some random peasant coming on the scene, trying to take what I've worked my life for, you know, that kind of thing. But when I wanted to throw a little curveball at you, Harv.
Go
so
ahead.
What happened? Now I know you're married, happily married, and you love your wife and you love God and all that. But what happened?
It ain't all that. It's bigger than that.
It's
Don't say
bigger than all that.
because that's like you just and all that. No, it's more than that.
No,
Okay.
I get it because I'm on the same path. I'm saying it's all of that encompassed what I just said.
Yes, ma'am.
And more. So what I'm saying is what happened is had she come to you and said, you know, I want you to sign a prenup. How are you looking at that? Are you going to be thinking that's a red flag?
Well, that's coming up. We're gonna talk
Okay.
about that.
See, I keep jumping the gun. My bad.
That's
Let me stay in my
that's
lane. I'm in
coming
the
up.
barbershop. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, what? Look, I gave you the rules from the jump, right? Here you are trying to take over. All right, we already get, but there you go. I told
My
you ahead
bad.
of
All
time.
right. I'm zipping. I'm zipping.
Look. Take your little notes, and if I don't hit it, then you come back and holler at a brother, okay?
I got you. I got you.
Number love for you, baby. No, we there. We gonna get there. What I'm throwing out to you now is, I don't know if this is your situation, but this is a hypothetical. The woman has $500,000 invested. She has her own house. She has a business.
That's the problem.
Significant retirement savings, family assets, and she make
The
more
problem.
than her man. Okay, and she tell him that and she say, before I marry you, I need you to sign a prenup.
Oh
Now,
gosh.
okay, now,
Mr. Pryor.
now, I almost know which way the fellas are going on this, but I need y'all to answer quickly because I want to give most of the time on this to our guest tonight. Okay, so
Yeah, I'm listening.
okay, so James, are you signing?
I'm still signing if that's what you
Okay,
want.
yes or no, you signing. My man Blue, are you signing?
Skip.
He's over there
Skip.
laughing.
You signing.
Skip.
He
Skip.
said
No, I
skip.
said skip. Skip me because ask me
You
that
already
question
know.
after Mecca.
You already know what's coming.
No,
You know what's
I
coming.
don't know. No, you answer this joint now. No. You answer this joint right now, Holmes. No, you answer this joint right
all
now,
jokes aside,
babe.
man. All jokes aside, with
Yes.
her stuff, she's established. I don't
She's
have no
very
problem.
established.
I don't have no problems whatsoever signing a prenup. I really don't. I don't.
Okay. And
First of all, I
now
wouldn't
what
even
you
date.
eat,
I ain't
what
dating
you
nobody
gonna
make
do?
more money than
I
me.
gotta mute
That's
myself
what.
out.
That ain't gonna happen. No.
Go ahead, E.
Nope.
Talk to me.
I
You're
see
on 7
problem coming
second
from
delay
a
again,
mile
Obi,
away.
but
No. Hell no. I see problem coming a
Interesting.
mile away.
you'll date a
Really?
peasant. That
Okay,
sound
what
like
it
you're a
sound like to you?
control
That's
freak.
me.
That sound like you're a
That's
control
me.
freak to me.
Really?
But
Do
the
tell.
answer to your
Tosh, what did that
question,
sound like to you?
the answer to your question,
That threw me for a
yes,
curveball.
I would sign, but I don't have to worry
Why
about it
is
because I don't
that?
date nobody like that
See,
anyway.
now I'm getting the picture.
No.
Yes.
No. I see problems already happening. No. Hell no. No.
Interesting.
All right.
But you're a date a
No,
peasant.
sir.
As for now, as for me, I'm not going to be in a
She's not out there in the
situation.
corner selling oranges. He's
Don't
not
get
going to
mad at me.
marry her.
Right.
She's
Now-
got to be some bags of oranges, and he'll hook up with you.
So, Tosh, I'm doing it to you now.
What?
So, if these brothers said, "No, I ain't signing that," what you doing? How you?
I
and
mean,
what's your
what can
feeling?
you do? What can
Okay.
you do? Move on, find somebody else, right?
Oh, so you straight up kicking them to the curb.
What I'm
And
saying is, if a man is
That's a
telling
red
me,
flag for you, right? That's
if
a red
he's telling
flag.
me that he's not signing it, then
Right.
what else is there to talk about? Because I wouldn't date a man that I would think he would be trying to come after my assets.
Okay, I tell you what else.
I'm
Else
good.
there is to talk about. There's maybe a point for you. Your love could be so strong that you reconsider. Now, I would say this: there's probably a less chance of that because you're experienced, you've got many assets yourself, you've accumulated, and you're a very well-established woman. But if that woman is 22, 23, 24, and she pops that on him, she may reconsider because she doesn't have the experience or the mind or
True
have
that.
gone through the things that you've experienced.
True that.
Not
True that.
today's,
Maybe
not
she
today's
reconsider.
women.
That's facts.
Today's women are
That
on
is
it.
facts.
I don't feel like
Facts.
they're on. I feel like they're on. They won't even date a guy that makes less than them. So that's
Facts.
not even a conversation I
That's
think they're
Hold
gonna
up, you
have.
saying women won't
That
even
is
mix up?
facts.
They won't.
Women today, a lot of
You know
women
what?
today
And-
are
okay,
after the
that this-
bag.
Okay, and know what I'm gonna hit y'all with? And that is facts. I agree with what you're saying, but that's also the problem of why we face so many
I agree.
issues in relationships
I agree.
because people focusing on
It's on the
that
funny,
and
on
not
on
the
money.
full person of who this person is.
I agree.
Man.
I agree.
You
I
know
agree.
that wow.
Pass the
But
pass the
what, but I'm with
collection
you.
plate.
But what if you're with somebody and they're making more money? Well, again, there's something happened. They go to work one day and now they're not working.
Now, do you think some men support prenups only when they're the ones with the money, i.e., E? Okay, Do we believe that
No,
some men
because
only going to
clearly,
support a
Blue,
prenup?
they said that they would date a woman, they would sign it. So I don't think that's the case. They said they would date a woman and they would sign it with no problem.
And I think we all in agreement here that a woman have
No.
the exactly same rights as a man as it relates to a prenup. Anybody looking at that differently?
I'm just saying, Emeka's sun-kissed peasant, she may be a queen. She just throwing that facade in there to let him know that, okay, hey, I'm a sun-kissed peasant, but on the real, I'm the queen sun-kissed beast right now. But I'm gonna give you a chance and an opportunity. I'm gonna see what you're gonna do with this. And I ain't gonna tell you that I'm $100 million peasant, but I'm gonna take you on for the ride. I'm gonna still make you feel like I'm just a street hustler peasant. And when she drops that, and then you together, you be like, yeah, baby, I'm all down for it. And then she drops that Joan on you like she $100
That is
million
a weird
sun
scenario.
kissed
That
queen.
was
What you gonna do after y'all married? You
you
gonna
went
divorce
weird
her?
on that one.
She's
You went
selling
weird on that
Prenups
one.
and
I don't know how it ain't a weird scenario. It's not, because it's not a weird scenario at all, because she could tell you that she not doing this because you done already said, I ain't dating nobody who's making more than me, which is all good. But if she feeling you and if she want to go that direction with you, she ain't gotta tell you how much she making, brother. But like I said, y'all get into a relationship 3-4 years down the line, you be like, yo, I'm feeling this. Why don't we just go ahead and, make it official? Y'all make it official, and then bam, you start seeing these numbers out of nowhere. You be like, yo, babe, what's all these numbers? Oh, she be like, I'm the sun-kissed queen. I run this. So what's up? You gonna divorce her now?
You're saying that she's the queen, she's running stuff. So I mean that's a little masculine coming to me
No, I'm
telling me
not.
that you running stuff. So right
No, I'm
now
not.
we're having a problem. Are we married or you just said we're just dating?
She told you that after the fact, just to loop you in.
Yeah, that's a big question there. That's a big question there. Yeah,
I said
that,
you said the peasant. So I'm bringing up the peasant scenario. While y'all dating, because you said you'll pick a peasant. You said you
Okay.
said a peasant.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, I'm
Okay.
trying to tell you, on the
Okay.
flip side, this so-called
Okay.
peasant that you saying, on the flip side, she had bank. She
Mhm.
had bank. She just
Okay.
not telling you because you done already said off the jump, you ain't gonna get with somebody making more money than
Are
you.
we
But
married?
she
Are
feeling
we
it.
married?
She
Me and
like,
her
you know
married?
what? I'm a ride this. I'm gonna see what's
Oh,
up.
so we're already married and I found out, right? You said we're married and I
Yeah.
found out about her finances.
Now you married. 3 years later,
Okay.
now you married. Now you married. You gonna divorce her?
One thing is, if we're already married, I'm not going to divorce her. If we're already married, because that's not what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to divorce her because then that goes against the creed of the Bible. I'm not going to divorce her unless she
I just
divorces
wanted to
me.
know.
If I find out,
I just wanted to ask him. He said he wouldn't date a woman that made less than him. I just wanted to get some clarity on that.
you wouldn't date a woman that make more than him.
Right. He wouldn't date a woman that made less than him.
yeah.
I just wanted to get clarity on that.
no, he wouldn't date a woman that made more
Made
than
more than him. I'm sorry. Yes, more than him. So I
Mm-hmm.
just wanted to get clarity. Please explain if you like to.
All the situations that I've did some research on, that when women make more money than men, it tends to be a problem, and then it psychologically affects the man himself when he finds out that the woman's making more. You can call it what you want, but this is things that I did digging, I did research on it, and men that date women
Oh my gosh.
that make more money than
and you know
them,
what? And let me
they normally their relationship really doesn't last, because at the
That's
end
my
of the
brother.
day, the man is always thinking that she's making more money, and that's a psychological effect that happens to us guys. I'm telling you how we guys
You
think,
need love.
because if I'm dating somebody that's making
I
more money
need
than me,
love.
I'm always thinking that she's thinking and I feel a certain way about
I
myself
need love.
that she makes more money than I do. So it's always going to be that factor that
That's a good question.
we as men keep in our mind when the significant other is making more money, and it normally doesn't work well in marriages. It don't, The man has to be the one to make more.
Interesting.
That's a perfect segue from where I want to go next. Next, I want to speak on money and power. Okay. Does a woman making more money, does that make the man feel
Yes.
insecure? And these are not questions I need y'all to jump on right away because I might have the ultimate question in a minute. Does that make the man feel insecure? Does the woman start feeling differently about him because she make more than him? Does income determine the leadership? Should the higher earner have more financial control? And can traditional gender expectations survive when she's the breadwinner? Now, I already know how Eve feels about all that. I want a woman's perspective on this. Tosh, do
Yes,
you
sir.
think those situations make a man insecure? And do women start feeling differently about it?
So several things, I think, before I answer that, I think that's by design. That if you look in the workforce, for example, corporate America, you see more Black women in corporate America in the
Yes, you do.
workforce, especially on the executive
Yes,
leadership.
true.
That's, to me, by design. So therefore, it divides a wedge between men and women. You have
Thank
a
you,
lot of
sis.
women
Thank you.
who are high earners, and they will flip
All
the
day.
hair, toss their hair, and they start believing that finances will dictate the leadership in the relationship. I think it takes a mature woman as well as a mature man to come together. So, for example, I've been married for 18 years. For the majority of our marriage, I've always made more. What we've done from the onset was we put everything in one pot, and my husband gets the bigger piece of the chicken. My husband is the man of the house. He'll tell you that we both make the final decision.
Right.
Because he respects my leadership, he respects my voice, and so when we
And
make
he should.
when we make major decisions that's going to affect our home, our livelihood, he will look to me as well as we'll make those decisions together. So, but I think it comes down to maturity. I do believe what E is
Yes, it
stating
does.
could be true. In a lot of situations, it is true. But I believe that you have to rewire yourself in your thinking. If you want to be with someone, you both have to make a concerted effort to be mature enough to not let finances dictate who's in charge of the relationship. That's my opinion.
No question. And I think that's obviously a very good point. Before marriage,
What's
there's
funny?
certain things, you need to consider. So would you marry someone without knowing their total debt? And I'll start off with our guests, and then I'm going to run it around with the fellas. Would you marry someone without knowing what their total debt is? Starting with you, Tosh.
So for me, I would need to know the full picture so that we can work together to either decide if we're going to work together to clean that up, or also I need to know your habits. So if you're in debt, how did you get here? Was it because somebody passed away? Was it, or just because you're just trifling, or are you irresponsible with money? So again, going back to when we got married, my husband was the one that was like, you know what? You're good with money. You're good with finances. You're good with budgeting. You got it. You can figure it all out. Here's my money. Here's my paycheck. And
Sound like
I
a
took
perfect
care of it.
helpmate to me.
We've been able to create a beautiful business and a successful business. So therefore, he's great in certain areas. He's the man when it comes to a lot of different areas. I'm the woman when it comes to other areas. So we just respect each other's leadership roles in different areas.
That's beautiful.
Yo,
Easy
can I
E,
jump in
I'm
real quick,
tossing it.
Har?
Go ahead.
I want to piggyback on what Tosh said. I mean, for me, I don't think money is the issue. I honestly, because again, that can change throughout your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ken.
But if you're the man, and if you believe in that role as the man, as a protector, that doesn't change with the dollars. You're
That's
still
right.
that
don't.
person.
You're supposed
right.
to
You know,
still be that dude.
you're
That's
still
right.
that person, and just
Right.
because your wife makes more money, she's still the woman of that household.
Mhm.
So that's just a number. That number, if it goes into a pot, that's just there as a couple to help you both grow together, because that could change tomorrow.
Yes, it can.
But the reality of it is, if she makes less and she makes more, I'm still down for her, and she's still
And she
down for
still
me.
got her juice in the household if she make less than you.
And
That
also,
don't
let me
matter.
say this: at the middle of the night, late at night, right, and we're in bed together, and we hear a noise downstairs. Trust and believe, she gonna be like, "Yo, James,
That's
That's
right.
right.
You go
That's
take a
right.
look and see
That's
who's
right.
down there.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm not gonna be in that bed like, yo, babe, you go check.
That's right. That's
You know,
right.
I'm not gonna do
That's
that.
You
right.
don't need. That's when you don't need a Ralph Tresvant type dude. Okay, you don't need a man that's sensitive. Then you need a dude that got some Timbs
Oh,
on
God.
and ready to jump out of the bed and knock some heads. That's
Oh.
what you need.
Oh, you are just
that's
setting
where you
this
would
up.
have the problem. If I send my wife downstairs, and that would be the problem. It ain't about the money. You know, like,
Right.
babe, who was it? Who was
I'm
it,
ready.
babe?
I'm ready.
Did you
All
get
right,
it?
come on, coach. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
so ready
go
with
ahead,
this
Blue.
scenario. Oh, I'm
Blue.
so ready with this
Blue.
scenario. So
Blue, I'm
all I'm
tossing it.
saying is, hey,
Blue,
look,
I'm tossing it to you.
look,
Go
look,
ahead.
look. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. All I'm saying is, the sun-kissed peasant, she got all these C notes, and here it is. He don't know nothing about all these C notes. So in the scenario that James just stuck,
Right.
she's like, yo, babe, I hear something downstairs. I can see I can see Mecca being like, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? You making all the money. Why don't you hire a security guard? Or why don't you ask your personal security person to go handle that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, it's not
No,
about,
I don't see that brother doing
it's
that.
not
I don't see
about,
that brother
and
doing
I'm
that.
gonna agree
I
with
don't
you
see
on
that,
this,
man.
James.
Funny.
I'm gonna agree with you on this because it's not about,
So let's look at society. Society today that when women make more money in most of these relationships, they're mainly the decision make. They're making more of the decisions against a lot of these guys that date these women that make more money than they do. You know what I'm saying? So let's not dispute the fact that when women in this high
no,
position as
brother,
executives,
brother.
they wear the hat and they don't know how to take
You
the hat
talking
off and bring the
young-minded,
hat
man. That's
home. And
young-minded,
now they're
man.
the leader at the house as well as there was at the job. So when they make more money, and this is
No,
not
brother.
because out here in the
No,
dating world,
brother.
that's how
No,
it is. That's just how it is. So let's
no, brother.
not dispute
No,
that
brother.
fact.
Here's the deal.
Let's not dispute it. Just because you're not going through it, that doesn't mean that nobody else is not going through that
No,
situation.
brother.
You dig what I'm
No,
saying?
no, brother.
No, this is
I'm
how we men
disputing it,
think.
brother.
This is how
I'm
we think.
disputing it. I
It's a
am disputing
majority.
it. No, brother.
You might be a 2-3%er. That's not a majority, brother. You're a 2-3%er. It's a 2-3%, brother. I know. Look, I know some of my homies that date women that make more money than them, and guess what happens when they don't? When the ladies don't like what's going on with them or whatever, either they kick them out, or they send them somewhere else, or they tell them what to do, and guess what? He ain't got nowhere to go. No, it's not because of that. Because you put yourself in the situation as a man. You don't put
That's
yourself
because
in
they
that
let him do that.
situation.
That's because the brother let him do that, man.
Right.
Yes, it did, man. Yes, it did.
All right. We're talking about roles. Let's move on as we talk about what some of these traditional roles that we expect women to have and we expect men to have. Now, I'm gonna throw this out. You got a woman who's loyal, she's intelligent, she's attractive, financially responsible, supportive, affectionate, a great communicator, great with your family, your children. She's peaceful, she's
Hell yeah.
hardworking, trustworthy, and above all, she loves you. But she can't cook. Is that a deal breaker? I'm gonna throw this now. I'm gonna speak to this first. That ain't a deal breaker for me.
What the hell? Yeah, no.
I
What?
heard him say, "Oh yeah."
What?
I'm gonna speak to it first for me.
Okay.
I'm
What you got to say?
a
Put me
big
in,
dude.
coach. Come on, put me in, coach. Put me in,
I know
coach.
you
Come
gotta
on, put
slow
me in,
down.
coach. I'm
Hold
ready.
up. All right, just let me get that because I'm gonna be quick. That is not a deal breaker for me because above everything,
Yeah.
where I'm at, I'll be 70 next year. I need peace more than
Mm.
anything.
You need a
Okay.
doctor.
Now, first, let me tell you the first thing too. I'm a big dude, and I carry it very well. I ain't get like this at McDonald's and Burger King. I can cook, okay? I grew up, I still got some of my mom's recipes in my head, and that is not going to be a breaker for me, okay? And if I got a woman that's willing to learn, and I will teach her, and we go through it.
Real.
And I got people around that get down like that. So, hey, with all those things I named, I'm gonna kick her out because she can't cook.
Real
Come
talk.
on.
Real
Right.
talk.
And first of all, I make enough money in retirement. Okay, if we got to eat out every day, we do it. Okay? I'm going to take care of my stomach. Okay?
Kick
And like I
rocks.
said, I can cook. Okay? So
Right.
I ain't tripping on
That's
that.
right.
I'm throwing the ball
That's
to you,
right.
James, next. What's up, man?
That's right.
Talk to me, James.
Kick rocks.
You get rid of her, she can't cook.
No,
Wait.
no.
Boo.
I'm good.
After that
No,
long
no.
list, hold up. After that long list that I
Boo.
ran down, you can't be for real. You can't
No,
be
I'm
for
not
real.
for real. I'm
All
not
right,
for
I ain't
real.
think so.
I'm not
Because
for real.
peace, hey, look, I'm to the point right now, man. Peace is the most important thing in a relationship.
Yeah, I
Boo.
agree with you. I agree with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
You know
from
what?
that's from my notebook brother. That's because
All
that's
them,
from my
you know what?
notebook brother.
Now,
The funny thing about it,
What do you coach? Come on already.
She got to know how to cook. I'm
go to
sorry.
E next.
All
I'm
that
going
stuff
to
you
E.
named is
E,
good.
that's
talk to
All
funny.
the
me. E,
essentials.
what you
She
think on
got
this
all
one?
that good stuff. Brother,
E,
you
talk to
got
me.
to know how to cook. Come on, babe. What happened, baby? You ain't learned nothing from mama? Mama ain't teach you how to cook?
I ran
What
down
happened, baby?
15.
What
I done
happened?
ran
What
down
happened?
like 15
Life treat you that
qualities
bad?
that would
You know
have
what I'm
Oh
saying?
my
fine.
Come on now, baby.
gosh.
You got to know how to cook. Come on now.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can get all those characteristics
Oh my god.
and still the woman can cook. Come on now.
Hey, man, it's a lot of girls coming up today.
Come
They
on now.
cannot
Let's
cook.
not
Oh
do
my
that. That don't
god.
make sense. How you get all these perfect characteristics and the main simple thing, you don't know how to boil some damn rice? You can't boil no rice? You can't cook? What if I can't cook? If I can't cook, you can't cook, then what we gonna do? We gonna be on carry out every day? We doing carry out every day?
That's
Come
not
on, we
cooking,
can't
man.
do carry out
That
every
ain't
day, baby.
cooking. That ain't cooking.
Can't
I'm
do
talking
that
about
every
full,
day.
bitch, do a nice 3-4 course meal.
All right, so what I'm hearing, all right, so this is what I'm hearing from you, bro.
Put me in,
All right,
coach,
so
please.
all right, so this is what I'm hearing. Let me jump in here real quick. So this is what I'm hearing from my boy E. So if they can't cook, they done, right? But he don't care if they're loyal. They can be stupid. They
Yup,
can be ugly.
There you
They can be
go.
broke.
Yup.
They can let you
You can
fall. They
find
don't
a
give you any
perfect woman
affection.
that can
They
cook.
can't communicate for anything.
They
They
can't talk.
terrible with your family.
They disrespect your family.
They be smacking your kids around when you're not there. They don't give
Right.
you any peace. They don't work.
Boo.
You can't trust them, and they don't even love you.
Hello?
But they can
Hello,
cook.
somebody.
Tosh, give me your opinion, what you think about that. And then I'm going to come to Blue last, because Blue got the most to say, it seems like. Go ahead. Go ahead, Tosh.
I was just saying, he was saying you got a woman and all that. I was saying, here I am. I can cook. I cook, Thanksgiving dinners, all that good stuff. My husband will tell you the same thing that you just said, Harv. Like, he doesn't need a woman that cooks. I disagree with
Thank
that.
you.
I disagree
Thank you.
because they always asking me what we eating for dinner. But
Yeah,
he
we
says
got
that
to hear this one.
that's not
Come
a deal
on, Blue.
breaker, but
We
I think
went
it
for
really
you.
is. But he
Okay.
says men don't really care about
Yeah,
that.
what you
Hey,
saying?
Blue, talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, talk to me.
All I'm saying is that the sun-kissed peasant, she ain't selling all them oranges just to sell all them oranges, and she can't throw down with them oranges. That's all I'm saying. But with this right here, once again, fellas, I'm with you. I know how to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know how to cook.
That's not a deal breaker
Just
for
saying a
me.
biggie for me. That's not one
Right.
of my
I know
deal
how to
breakers.
cook. So if you can't cook, I mean, it's gonna be some nights where I be like, yo, can you cook? And if you like,
hell
then I'm
no.
like, you know what?
Hell no.
I can always
Hell
throw
no.
down something. I'm a
I
hot dog.
got this.
I'm a hot dog person. I'm a hot dog person. Nathan's or either Hebrew National. I'm a hot dog person. So look, if I want to throw down something real, I'll throw
That's
down
not
something real.
cooking.
But if I want something quick, my hot dogs is there. But when it comes to like your family gatherings, like Tosh said, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I throw down, man. But
Yeah,
if you
we are
can't
very
cook,
serious.
if you can't cook,
We
no,
are
that ain't no
very
deal breaker
serious.
for me. Not with all these other qualities. Are you
With all
serious?
these other qualities
Not
on
with all
here.
these other qualities. Are you serious right now? No.
Okay.
No.
So Tosh,
Yes, sir.
Tosh, when you
Yes,
hear
sir.
a man say, my wife needs to know how to cook, what do you hear?
It gives 1950s chauvinistic. Because the reason why I say that is because with all these things, if we're both working, I can't be expected to be in the kitchen cooking too, but I do it all the time, because I want my husband to live long. I do like salmon and all that kind of stuff, but it's just not, he doesn't require me. It's something that I do love to do. I like
Mm-hmm.
taking care of my family. So I don't have a problem with cooking.
Real
It's just
talk.
I don't
Real
want to be burdened with it all the time. I want my
Real.
sons are grown, big boys, strong. I want them to be able to
Key word
throw
she
some
said.
steaks on,
She
but
said
not
she
at 12
loves
o'clock at
to
night
cook.
throwing on T-bone steaks like they did last
Loves
night.
to
I'm
cook.
just saying.
Okay.
So
Let me
all
jump in real
right.
quick.
All
So,
right.
if you don't
Get that,
mind.
get that into the skull.
That,
There you go.
but let me
Okay,
jump in here real
and?
quick.
It's my love language. It's my love language. But what I'm saying, I love to cook for my family. Let me say this. I love to cook for my family. It's my love language. I do love to cook, but I don't want to be burdened with it. Like
Amen.
they just won't get up and
Mhm.
do anything. Like just sitting around
Right.
waiting for me to
Real
do
talk.
it.
Real talk.
So, but I do enjoy it. I like doing like homemade stuff, and I made donuts and biscuits and bagels, all that from scratch. I don't mind it. I just don't want people belly flopping on me, expecting me to do it all the time.
Let
So
me
I
say
want him
this.
to be able to cook too.
You know what? My next question
Wait,
is
hold
only
on,
for...
Harv. Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
So to piggyback on what Tasha is saying, so when my wife cooks for me, I always say thank you. Because the reality of it is she don't have to cook for me. She's not my
I
servant.
always tell my wife, thank you
She
too.
do not have to cook for
Yup.
me. So whatever she does for me, I'm thankful because I know she don't. She's my partner. She's not my slave. She's not,
Yeah, real
she's not my
talk.
child.
Real talk.
So I'm always gonna be thankful. So I understand what Tasha's saying. Like she does it all the time for me. I'm very appreciative, and I'm sure her husband's very appreciative.
Now I'm
too.
gonna tell you on this particular one.
That's a traditional thing. Just like protecting her, it's a
Hey,
traditional
Oh
thing
my
you need
God.
to do. Just like
That's
what you're
not-
I
saying,
got a
It's
question.
not.
somebody coming into that
It's
house,
not.
you don't
It's not.
expect her to go
That's
take care of that. You got to go take care of that. So are you a slave to go take care of that business? No. No, I'm talking about as a man to go take care of a business when somebody trying to come into the house. That's
So it's
what we
her
do.
role.
That's what we do as protectors.
But everybody's not
No.
coming in the
What I'm
house every
saying
night.
is that
Somebody's not.
as a man, he gave an
But there's not an
example.
intruder.
He gave an example as
But an
somebody trying
intruder's
to
not
break
trying to
in.
come
What would
into
the
our
man
house every
do?
night.
Is the woman going to go out there? I said, no, the man's going to
But
go
what I'm
out there. Does
saying
that
is
make
an
the man a
intruder's
slave?
not coming
No,
in every night.
that's his job. It's tradition. So let's
Right.
not get that confused.
So
So
saying
what I'm
thank you is
saying
a
to you
bad
is,
thing.
but it's. But so what
Go
I'm
ahead,
saying is
Tosh.
there's an intruder. Intruder is not coming in the house every single day, 3 times a day. We got to eat most of the time breakfast, lunch, dinner, or either breakfast and dinner. So an intruder is not coming in. So to say the man that's his role to protect, great, understood. But for us to be able to, for you to want a woman to cook twice a day, every
I
single
totally
day,
disagree with that.
that gives slave. It gives 1950 June Cleaver. And especially if she's working, like
No,
ain't nobody got
I
time for that.
disagree with you on
I
that
do it because I love
no
it,
different for
but
us.
I'm not.
Don't
Don't
demand me to go out
expect
there
me or
to
demand that
defend
of
you when a
me.
man is talking that
Get
crap
you
to you.
get you a
It's
factor
the
is on
same thing with
sale.
me.
You can
I don't
order
demand that
factor
from
meals.
you
you
know
They're
because
what,
that's my
delicious.
job. My job.
Tosh.
Any man that disrespects you,
To-
I got to deal with him. But if you want me to
Tosh.
do the traditional thing as what we men do, provide and
But ain't
protect,
nobody talking
that is
crap. Ain't
something
nobody
that comes
talking
with the
crap to me
territory.
every day.
So there ain't no such thing as because you're doing this and I'm doing that. We know what our roles are. We just forgot what the roles are. We know what our roles are.
I
So
need love.
That don't mean nothing, baby. You
so
can't get to
Mika,
it if I get to you first. You
I
can't
have a
get to it if I
concealed
get to you
weapon. I
first.
have a concealed carry too.
so
I have
Mika,
a
let me ask you a
concealed carry
question.
You just
too.
heard her
Let me
say
ask,
she got...
let me ask Mika a question real quick.
It means
but check
something.
this out.
It means
Wait. Let
something.
me ask you. All right,
Well,
Mika.
I had it.
Mika, let me
I
ask
got a
you a
question
question.
for you too.
Let me
I
ask.
got a
Let me ask.
question
Wait,
after
hold on,
James.
Harv.
What's
Hold on.
what's
Mika,
the
let me ask
position
you a
of your
question.
point?
Who
What's
cooks
your
for you
position
now?
of your point?
Oh, shots fired.
I cook for myself. I can cook.
Let me drink.
I can cook.
Let me take a drink on
I
this.
can
And why
cook.
do you cook? Okay. I'm just saying you cook for
I can
yourself.
cook. Exactly.
So my point is, you cook for yourself. You
Exactly.
know
What is
how
your
to
point?
cook. You know how to cook. When you're hungry, you take care of yourself, right? But when you're hungry, you take care of yourself, right? Right. So I'm not going to. So all I'm saying to you is, you might. So
Brother,
let's
me
say
and
you
you
feel like
have two
cooking one
different
day, and you
ideologies of
married.
what we want and what we're going to
Are you
do.
not going to cook
So
because you feel like because you
keep
married?
cooking,
You going to tell
brother.
your wife that she got
All
to do
your
it?
little ideology, you know what I'm saying? Me and you, the way we look and see things are totally different. And no,
You didn't
if
answer the question.
married, she already knows what her
I'm
role's
not
gonna
attacking
be.
your
I know what
ideology.
my
I'm
role's
asking you
gonna
a
be.
question.
She cook, I
I'm
take
not
care of
attacking you.
everything
I'm
else or
asking you a
whatever.
question.
That's just my role. Your role and my role are different. Your ideology, my ideology is different. What you think, what I think is different. So for you to bring that example to me is not the same thing as how I react. The way you like, whoever you like the women that got these high degrees, those degrees don't mean nothing to me. I could date a woman that don't have a degree. You don't. You like women with the high degrees. I don't.
I got
to.
an E.
Me and your ideology are different. That's just the bottom line, is it? Every man out here different. What we like is what you like. What I like is what I like.
Okay.
All right,
Real talk.
all
Real
right.
talk.
Point well made. E.
Real-
I got a question for you, and I'm only going to ask you this particular question. Would you rather have a woman who cooks like your grandma but brings
I don't do chaos.
up
That's
in the
one thing
crib,
I don't do.
or a woman who can't boil an
I
egg
don't do
but brings
chaos.
peace? Talk to me.
I don't do chaos,
good
and
question.
it's kind of a weird scenario. I mean, do I want peace? Yes, I want peace, but I don't do chaos.
Okay. So you're going to take
I
the
don't
one
do chaos. As soon as
that
I see you
can't
get the
boil an
mouthing off
egg
wrong, you
to
out.
give
You're
you
done.
peace, and you're going to do the cooking.
As long as you cooked it.
There you go. All right.
As long as
So
you
that's
cooked
an
it.
easy answer.
He
You
wants
cook
peace
it,
with
I'm
a
eating
piece of
it.
chicken as well. That's what he's saying. Chicken. Peace with chicken. Good chicken.
Oh man.
Got you. So can I ask a
Okay,
question?
so I
Can I
got a question for you, Tosh. You
Okay.
can ask a question, and I have a question just for
Okay, I'm
you.
gonna forget it, but okay.
No, go ahead and ask it.
No, go
I
ahead,
want you to
because no, I was gonna ask him.
go ahead.
I forget what the question was. I forget.
It'll come back
Don't
to
worry,
you.
I forget.
It'll come back to you.
That's right.
If it come
Okay.
back to you, kind of just let me know,
Okay.
and we kind of work with that. I got
Got
a
you.
question for you. What
Yes,
makes
sir.
a man husband material to you? We talked about here in the barbershop tonight. We
All
kind
right.
of really done laid it on strong about what we expect as men. What do you expect? I want you to define husband material from your standpoint.
So when I say husband material, it's going to be for me, for what my husband encompasses, which is integrity. His word, integrity is the one word I would describe for him.
Okay.
A man with integrity.
A man with integrity. And what is something men think women care about, but that women don't value nearly as much?
Women don't value as much.
But we think it's the bond, diggity.
So something that a woman values, what we think we value,
something that a man thinks that you value, but you really don't value it all like that.
Okay. Oh, we value it like that. That's
Now,
a
the first
tough
thing
question.
I came to my mind was knocking backs out,
Mhm.
but I don't know. Y'all value that, so I can't put my finger on
Okay,
and say that.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I think so it's different for every woman. So I think when you get to a certain age, we value more so companionship and intimacy. And intimacy does not necessarily
You're right.
mean blowing my back out. It just may mean holding me, hearing me. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing that my husband will tell you: seeing me. I need to be seen, and not seen as a cook, not seen as, that's not shade. That's not shade. But
Okay.
I need to be seen, the real me, the real Tasha, and not your slave, not just your wife. I am a person inside of that role. So see the person inside of the role.
Real
That's
talk.
what I would say.
Real talk. I like that. Real
talk. That's okay. That was
See
strong.
me.
That
See me.
seeing you. That's strong.
Yes.
And
my husband was like, what does that mean? Like, I had to explain that. I live in a house with 3 men right now. So my 2 sons and my husband. So I don't always feel seen. I don't feel, my daughter left me. She moved away. And so I am the only last woman standing.
So they treat you like a queen then. They got to be treating you like a queen.
So to your point, I'll cook, right? And you, like James said, I'll cook. And then they'll I call it the peel off. They'll peel off and I see dishes in the sink. And I'm like, come on. Like, y'all not seeing me. I just did something amazing for you. And now y'all didn't wash the dishes? That's not seeing me. That's saying thanks. And what I say is, to me, it's like a wham bam, thank you, man. Thanks. Beat it. Like, that's not seeing me.
Okay.
Something that small to y'all might be like, she tripping on. So my kids will be like, dang, she tripping on that.
And
You're not seeing me.
Tosh, you make a good point.
Real talk. I agree with her on that.
Because as men, that's how we look at it though. Why are you tripping on that? That ain't we don't look at that as a big issue.
Nah, I was like that with my youngins.
We wanna handle and see the big issues. So I'm gonna hit you with this. Tasha, I'm still working with you on this. Okay. So is cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the children enough to make someone a good wife? What you think?
No.
Yeah.
So for me, and I'm only going by what my husband would say, as you mentioned, peace, but also what makes a good wife is not throwing up that you make more, or not belittling him, not embarrassing him, not, doing the things that make sure that he knows that I have his back. I have his back, his front, his side. So when he is lacking something, I got him, and vice versa. To me, that's what makes a good spouse, a good wife.
Now, you touched on something earlier, and you did it again, and I didn't even say nothing to you. We moving to the point about listening. Now, are you listening or waiting to talk? And this is our main question. And what does it actually means to listen? So Natosha, I just want you to sit back and let the guys expound on it, and then I'm gonna give you an opportunity. You know what? No. I'm gonna let you go first
Yeah.
because you are guest.
Let her go
You are
first.
guest.
Let her go
You
No,
are
first.
guest.
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
let you go
listen.
first. What does it mean to actually listen? Okay, give me from your standpoint, and you already kind of touched on it when you said listening and making sure that you're seen. But I want you to expound on it a little bit. What does it actually mean for us to listen?
For you to listen, for the man to listen.
For the man to listen to you.
So, and it's hard because we get into this kind of debate all the time. And I'm like, I need you to see it from my perspective. And he's like, I can never see it from your perspective. I'm not a woman.
That's right.
So that's sometimes the disconnect where he's like, I can never understand how you feel because I'm not a woman. I'm never going to have your emotional intelligence or whatever that women think. I'm never going to understand
we
it.
don't think
So
with two
for
sides
me,
of our mind. We're very focused with the
so
one
for
side.
me to listen for him, I need, so sometimes I have to be able to think like how he would think and understand his perspective. He's not this emotional, sorry, James. He's not going to be, crying at
Mr. Touchy Feely Ralph Tresvant.
he's not the touchy feely like that. Right. So I think there's a meeting of the minds there where I don't. So now, for example, when we even watching a movie, now I'll go and watch my own movie because he don't want to watch that touchy feely stuff.
Me and my wife the same
and so
way.
that to me is not expecting him to think like I want him to think, but respecting where he is and who he is as a man. So that's for me, listening and understanding, letting go of the facade of this whole, a lot of times we look at these podcasts or we see TV. And so women are these Harlequin and romance novels. That's not most men. They don't, that's not who they are. They're not wired that way. So it's up to me to understand it and respect it and then work accordingly that way.
But the key here and
Well
everything
said.
you're saying, that's really great that you described it. Yeah, very well said. And you really described it because men, we always pop, let's get it quick because I'm trying to fix it. Because we always in fix it mode. You know what I mean? So I'm going to throw this out, fellas, and you kind of tell me how you feel about this. Why do you think we so often immediately attempt to solve the problem, maybe without really listening? We just hear a part and we immediately want to solve the problem. Big Game, I'm going to throw this to you first, man.
I just had to look up The Notebook because I never actually seen that movie. So I said, what the heck y'all talking about? I had to look
I'm
it
going to look
up.
it up too.
I just did a search.
That
I'ma
was a
look it
chick
up
flick.
myself.
That was a chick flick,
Okay.
homie.
Well, I've never seen that one.
But
Yeah.
honestly, so what was the question again about listening?
No, it's called Notebook. It's called Notebook.
Oh,
You lost in the notebook. You lost in the notebook, man. I said,
Called the Notebook.
why do men why do we immediately take to solve the problem without really listening? Okay? Because the first thing on our mind is, all right, what she got? Let me figure out how I can solve it. Da-da-da. Sometimes she just want to talk. I know that. I done learned over the years. Sometimes she just want to be heard. And it ain't always about me solving it. But I'm throwing to you, Jane, Mr. Notebook. Maybe we need to get you that notebook t-shirt.
Where's pen and paper?
So, since Mr. Notebook, Mr. Ralph Tresvant, I want you to think about this joint. Like, why do we always want to solve it right away? Why do you think that's like that?
I think it's in our nature. I think, at least for me, it's in my nature to try to solve problems. But my wife
It
always
is.
tells me sometimes, like, listen, I don't need you to solve my problem. I just need you to
True.
listen to me
True.
and let me vent.
True.
And that's
True.
something I have to learn how to do. And I'm starting to learn how to notice those signals. And I'll
I've
ask her
learned it, but I
sometimes, yo,
need to get better.
but see, no, it's communication right there. I always ask her, like, so
That's that
what do you need from
communication.
me right now? She'll tell me, I need you to help me solve an issue, or she says, I just need you to listen. And that's the thing, just communicate for
Right.
me.
Right. E, you next up. Talk to me, man. Why do you think we just want to get in there and solve the problem, man?
This is what we do, man. The difference is, and I'll piggyback on something that Tosh, I'm gonna piggyback something that Tosh said, that we men are logical by nature. Women are emotional. So once we get something that needs to be fixed, we automatically go into fix mode first. We don't want to know step one, step two. We're trying to fix the problem right then and there. Now, the woman would be more on the process part of, okay, well, what's this, what's next, and what's after that? We just want to fix it right then and there and get it out the way and go to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So men are logical in nature. A little bit of emotions, but the women are more has more emotions than we do. So we're always in fixed mode. That other partner will always be the one to, like Todd said, she got your side, she got your back, she got your front. And once you have those three things in front of you, only thing you got to do is focus and fix. So by nature, this is what we do. We fix things. As we've been
That's why
fixing
we
things for
jump
the
to that.
past 300-400
Okay.
years. That's what we do. We fix.
Blue, talk to me. Why do we attack things that way, man?
Because we're physical, man. I say it all the time. You know, women are mental, men are physical, man. That's it.
Is that
That's a wrap.
logical and straight for you?
That's
Now, Tosh, this question I got is for you. If you already know how you are going to handle the problem, why do you still want to tell your partner about it?
I think in a marriage that makes sense. So a lot of times I'll use something as simple as paying our sons. We started paying our sons a paycheck, and I know what I'm going to do, but I still want to get, I try to throw it to my husband just to make sure, like you said, Blue, the logical part. Maybe I'm missing something. So a lot of times I know what I want to do, but I'll throw it to him just in case I'm missing something. Because I don't necessarily, not that I don't trust myself, but I also want to just throw it to him just to make sure that I'm not crazy and that this is how I should be doing it. And a lot of times, 99% of the time, he's like, yeah, fine. Why'd you come to me? And I'm like, I just want to throw it to you just to make sure the logic is there.
That makes sense. Now, it's funny we talking about the notebook thing here tonight and being sensitive, because I'm going to hit the side of men that don't always show that. Now, men aren't always heard either, right, James? We ain't always heard.
That's true.
God.
That's
so,
true.
So a guy may come to his wife and say, I'm stressed. And she hit him back. Everybody's stressed. He might say to her, he might say, I'm worried about money. And she'd be like, well, you the man up in this piece. You figure it out.
Stop being a punk.
Right. Or
real talk.
He might come real humble. Something has been really bothering me. And suddenly the conversation becomes something about something he did wrong. So I set all of that up to throw to you, Tosh. Are women always good listeners when men become vulnerable?
No. But I was going to ask, I will say this. I was going to just throw that out. Do men even do that? Do you all come to us with problems? I don't know that you do. I don't know that you do. I don't. So to that point, I think men sometimes don't feel, because you don't feel vulnerable. You don't feel comfortable doing that.
Being vulnerable.
We don't.
Being vulnerable.
But if
so
he is, but he is vulnerable. But if he is vulnerable, are you going to be a good listener?
I think I have created a safe space within our marriage that my husband can come to me and be vulnerable. So even recently, he came to me about something and was like, the next day he was like, thank you. And I was like, for what? He was like, for allowing me to be vulnerable. And I'm like, you don't feel like you could do that before? And he was like, I needed to say thank you. So I think women are always vulnerable with men. Well, I should say always, but a lot of times men aren't always as vulnerable. So when they do come to us, it's up to us to create a safe space, a safe landing, so that they can do that more often.
Now, let me comment on that real quick, Tosh, because you bring up a good point, because and I hear this a lot, and you know, not going anywhere else with this, but I hear this a lot because we handle things the way we handle things, and then when we're just troubled about something, and we come to our partner. When we come to our partner, it's like, yo, I really need some help with this joint. But then on the flip side, you be like, yo, why are you coming to me? And so on and so on. So it almost comes off like a rejection. And you know, this day and age, when we're dealing so much with the mental aspects of just life, because you know, life be lifing. When you got as a man, when you know you got your partner that she's down with you, so on and so on, like you saying at the end of your comment, you was like, well, yeah, you know, I got your back, but I came to you and you kind of brushed me off a little bit saying, well, why you coming to me about this? And it's like, because yo, I'm feeling the pressure. And of course, I'm gonna come to you because you my lady, and you my friend. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look to you before I go outside. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna come to you. And I'm like, that initial response that we get from women sometimes, our partners,
Determines a lot.
right?
That determines a lot.
It turns us off, because then it's like, yo, why even
Yes.
come to you? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna hit me up like that, why even come to you? Because I'm like, yo, I thought I could come to you. You my best friend. You know what I'm saying? You my wife, mother of my children. You my best. I'm gonna come to you. So
I think both people need a safe
just the
space.
way I could be understanding when you come to me, be like, oh, okay, hey baby, what's up? You come to me with your problems. We feel that way the longer we're in a relationship with a person, that we could that it's mutual. You see what I'm saying? But when y'all come off like that, you're like, why you coming to me? Then it's kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the barbershop. And I'm gonna keep it real like that. I'm gonna go to the barbershop.
Mhm.
And a lot of brothers do just what he's saying.
But know what?
They
Let me say
won't
this.
bring it to her. They'll bring it to the barbershop.
But the thing is, it can go further than that. So, you want to have a safe space with the person that's your partner. For both people, because even for a
That's
lady,
right.
correct me if I'm wrong, Tosh, if if she comes to you and you don't ever have time for her emotionally, she gonna find somewhere else to go and get
True
that.
that, true. Real talk on that.
That's a possibility, and the same for the man. So it's good to have a safe space, and you also need somebody that you can trust and you can go to. And
Well,
if
let me
that's your
add to
person,
that.
that's your person, but you want your person to be that person.
So
Go
let me
ahead,
add
E.
this. Let me add this. The reason why a lot of us don't like to share when we want to be vulnerable is because when we do become vulnerable and we tell you our deepest thing or what we're going through, whatever, some of the ladies come back when you get into an argument, they throw that right back in your face. You didn't tell them all the vulnerable things about you, and because they're angry, they get into their emotions. They throw everything you told them in confidence, and they use it to punish you because they need to say something to get to you.
Mhm.
And once you do that,
Real talk.
once you touch into our,
That's why
once you
your mother
touch
don't
into
like
that
you.
I
private
gotta
place
set you
about
right,
that,
E.
we gave you that our vulnerable space, we will never ever talk to you
Mhm.
about
And shut
anything.
down.
Yeah, we'll
Right.
shut
We
it
would
down. You're
shut
right.
down
Real
like it
talk.
was
Real
Shut
Pepsi
it down.
shutting it
Mhm.
down. So you're done. In our eyes, you're done. You will never hear
Mhm.
anything about us telling you anything in secret or in
Mhm.
private. We will go to the side chick or whoever it's going to be,
Mhm.
and guess what? That creates the side chick. They go over there because now that person don't care. They'll
Mhm.
tell
That's
you
that
everything, listen
true.
to everything
That's
you
the
got to
type of
say,
thing that'll
and now
create a
I
that
side
agree.
chick.
you can create an environment that he has to leave to go somewhere else where he can be vulnerable. So that's the reason why when you
So,
take
E, let
what
me
we
ask you a
say in
question.
private and use it against us, you messed up, and we'll never forgive you.
Right. It's a weapon.
So,
Mhm.
E, so let me ask you a question. So, when that happens to you, is the relationship over then?
I think so.
Not necessarily.
So, Tosh, I'm bringing this back to you. So, women, a lot of times y'all will say y'all want these emotionally available men, but you're not always comfortable with what you hear from them. Okay. So, how do you feel about that? Let's say you want them to open up, but man, he dropped something heavy on you. He might even told you he stepped out and he's sorry about it and he got the guilty D now. So, I mean, how you gonna handle all of that?
Oh, that's a wrap. You tell somebody. See, so this is how I
he
look
got
at
so
it.
vulnerable. He got so vulnerable. He committed suicide.
Yeah, pretty much. So I have my thought process is that that's a choice. So if you step out, that's not something that you just fell into. You didn't fall into the
That's
trap,
true.
the cooch, or whatever you want to call it. You didn't fall in. So that's a choice. So just like a man wouldn't forgive a woman for stepping out, I don't think women should forgive men for that. That's just me. It's
Got
a choice.
you.
We
Real
chose
talk.
to be married, so we're
Nah,
here.
that's real talk.
If
Listen,
that happens, keep it to yourself. Don't tell me, because unless you want it to be over.
Now let's switch off of.
He said it's gonna be
Let's
over.
switch off. She said, "Keep it to
That's real
yourself."
talk, though.
Keep it
Let's
to
switch
yourself. Take it
off.
to the grave.
Let's. Yeah. So let's switch off from as it relates to us as adults in relationship, and let's say listening to children. Your child comes to you and say something happened today, but before they finish, you say, "I told you," or "You shouldn't have done that," or "That's your problem," or "When I was at your age, I did da 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 da." Can your children tell you something you don't want to hear without you immediately giving them a lecture? I'm gonna start off with this one first for myself, because I obviously lived this, and there was a time during my military days, yes, I probably did give them a lecture and was always ready to give punishment. But you gotta be smart, and you always want to keep this door open that they can come talk to you. And I became I wasn't always the greatest listener. As we discussed earlier here today, I hear it's a problem, boom, I wanted to fix it right away. That's when I was in my 20s, my 30s, and it took me to probably get to mid-40s, going into when I'm at 50, to like finally get it. I got a great relationship with my daughters, okay, and with my son, and they know they can come talk to me. You know what I tell them now? This is my line. I can't make you do anything right now. Y'all grown, okay? I am just the greatest advisor you have on this earth, okay? Me and your mom. We the greatest advisors. And so when you're looking at TikTok and Instagram and hearing all what they say, when you put that joint on the scale with me, the scale better come down like this. Now, you still got to make your decision and come to your conclusion. But I'm that person you can come talk to, and I'm always going to give you the real. My daughters are going through the relationship piece. I give them the real of what men think and how we roll, and they're going to look at this broadcast, so they're going to see even more. But a lot of this stuff I done already told them. So, yeah, you can't be lecturing and ready to punish. That's from my standpoint. Tosh, I'm going to throw it to you as our guest. What you feel on that?
100% agree with you. My son recently told me something that he did. I did not want to hear it, but he was like, "Mom, I can't believe you're not upset." And I'm like, I am upset, but it happened. And so, like you said, even with you have to create a safe space so that when they do, because they are going to make mistakes, they are going to make bad choices.
Because you made them. You made them. We made them.
Well, maybe not me. I was kind of perfect, but.
Oh, okay.
But you have to create a safe space so that they can.
So I'm looking at the second incarnation right here. Okay.
But I told my son, I said, "There's Jesus, and then there's me right there."
And then
Good.
it's you. Okay.
But yeah, so you have to create a safe space so that they can come to you and you can provide the guidance.
The ball is in your court, man. What you feel?
You do got to create a safe space where they can confide in you about whatever, you know. So you got to create that space. I'm a believer that sometimes they'll go to moms and tell moms things that they probably couldn't tell their dad, you know, because they know how dad is a disciplinary. He does the discipline thing, and moms will be more to lend that ear and be like, okay, baby, this is what we gonna do. Don't do this or whatever. So yeah, most times the safe space is always going to be with the mothers more than the dads. Dads is more of, you know, you did what? And, the kids, it's always different when, if it's like an example, when the teacher says, "I'm going to tell your dad," it puts fear of God in them more than they say, "I'm going to tell your mom." So in that same scenario, kids will always go to the mothers first and tell that deepest thing that's going on with them before they can share with the pops. So I believe that is a good safe haven for them
Especially when they're young. Especially when they're young.
Yeah, especially when they're young. That's the
especially
moms
when
are the
they
best
little.
thing to go to
Yeah.
tell your
As they get
deepest
older, I
secrets.
think that changes. Yeah.
It does change, but the
Yeah.
fear is still
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
in terms of against the dad. It's still there. They're ready to go to the mom, and mom
Yo,
can break it down to the
Blue,
dad.
Blue,
So
go
that's
ahead,
my
Blue.
thing.
Pick up the basketball, babe.
Hey man,
What?
I echoed the same things that you were talking about, man. You know, being a former military guy. I mean, and my youngest would tell you, it's like, yo, my dad was like the
I was a little
strictest
hard
person
too.
out there, and I was like, you talk, and it wasn't, it was it was a, you know, talk to listen type thing. I mean, no, I'm sorry, it was a listen to talk type thing, and you know what I'm saying? You say something, I don't want to hear it. I mean, oh man, I was hard, man, but as they grew and I learned that listening skill and I had to, you know, I had to learn some hard lessons, you know, raising my youngins. I learned some hard lessons, man, and it's like, you know, yo, you know, you was a real idiot on that, man. You know what I'm saying? You was a real fool on that. And as they, you know, grown and they grown now, you know, with children and, you know, being a granddad, I'm sitting here and I was like, yo, dude, man, I apologize to my children, especially my oldest son. I I feel like I can't apologize enough to my oldest son, man, only because I made him the example out of all my youngins. You see what I'm saying? But the relationship that I got with my oldest son, you know, is so much different now than it was when I was raising him. You know, my youngest daughter, we got a different relationship. My youngest son, we got a different relationship. My second son and my first daughter, we have, we all have these individual relationships. But I was sitting here, I was like, yo, man, when I was raising them all as a bunch, it's like, yo, one of y'all messed up, all y'all messed up. You know what I'm saying? And that was on me because that was, that was stupid of me. You know what I'm saying? That to have that mentality. But if I didn't know, man, I didn't know. I'm just doing what I was taught. You know what I'm saying? I didn't break the cycle. And that's a
Yes.
problem that a
Yes.
lot of us have. We don't break the cycle.
Especially us as men.
Right.
As
We
men.
have to break the cycle. Teach, we cannot raise our children the way we were raised because you got to listen to them, man. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't agree
Definitely.
with them, you got to
Definitely.
listen to them and you can't think like an adult when you're answering them. And that's our problem. We're thinking that we can answer their problems like an adult. They're children. They're not going to understand. They're not going to
And
understand.
and
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 that's real.
that no, that's real talk, and that's straight up. That's very true. Look, we're going to lighten up things a little bit, you know. But all that information that we done kicked to y'all out there was necessary, and we provided tonight. You know, our guests provided some jewels, so I want you to hold on to those. But we want you to like, comment, share, and give us your thoughts on many of the things we said. We're gonna move now into a segment we got that we do usually here. It's called Who You Got. I'm gonna let my man, the funky one, take over this part of the show.
Okay.
This is dealing with hip hop and a live band. James, take it from here, man.
All right.
What you
So
got, baby?
the question, the who you got thing, that we have a couple scenarios, and one of the scenarios would be like at a wedding, who would you prefer, a live band or a banging DJ? Me, I probably depend. I would like a DJ. You know, for me, if as long as they're
Cool,
good, I want to
man.
bang a DJ.
Okay, what band am I getting? Am I getting Earth, Wind, and Fire?
No, you're not
Okay,
getting Real Fire. You can't afford them. No,
Frankie
you
Beverly
got
and
wedding
Maze.
budget. You got
I,
wedding budget. You got
I
500. You
can't,
got $500. You got $600.
I can't afford a
Oh,
live band.
but then
Yeah,
I
I
can't
mean,
afford a live band. I gotta do a DJ.
yeah.
I gotta do a DJ. Now let's throw it out to Tosh. Tosh, you know it's a wedding. What's your preference there?
The live band. There's a couple of bands that's familiar with. Best Kept Soul here in Delaware. They are the bomb and they're affordable. And then there's a couple of down in the DMV, and so I would go with a live band for sure. Little DC go-go
Probably, you know
music.
what? And if it's me, I'll probably go live band, UGO. You ever heard of UGO?
No,
The
I
Urban
gotta check
Guerrilla
them.
Orchestra. They out of Philly.
Is it down in DC? Okay, no, I haven't heard
Out
of
of
them.
Philly.
Check them out.
And
Let me
they
check them out.
check them out. They vicious.
Hmm.
They
Yeah,
vicious.
I would go with that.
Who you got? What you got on who you got?
I know a lot of cats in the I would do a live band because I know a lot of cats that do the live band thing. So you can do a little bit of go-go, a little bit of old school. They put everything together. It sounds real good. So and then when you do a live band, it kind of like you captivate everybody in that wedding and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Then if they're cranking, man, that dance floor is gonna be crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Our guest that came on a few weeks ago, is Archie affordable? Because Archie don't be cranking too.
Archie is
Archie
affordable. I mean,
beast.
I know a lot of cats like Archie. So
Yeah,
it's
I know
easy for me
cats
to
like
get
Archie too.
somebody to do a live band for me if I need to. So
Right,
you know.
right. So Blue, you a music dude. What's up with you?
Hey man, if it's like I said, if it's affordable, I'm gonna go with a live band. But hey, if it's not, you better be a banging DJ because if you can't play the whole song, you want these I'm gonna play the first 3 minutes, I'm gonna get to the chorus and then switch it off. I'm gonna stop you right then and there and I'm gonna take over. Be like, yo man, just go somewhere, man. Just go somewhere. Just go
Right,
somewhere.
AI, baby. AI can
Nah,
help
player.
you out.
Forget AI.
No.
Forget AI. Forget AI.
I'm gonna be like, yo,
forget
man,
that
go
AI crap, man.
I'm
Forget
gonna
the
say go
AI
somewhere.
crap.
And I'm be like, hey man, that deposit that I gave you, that's about all you gonna get from me, player. Just
Yeah,
go.
that's AI these
Go
days,
ahead,
baby. That's your
James,
new
because you
DJ.
got this segment, man. Go ahead.
Well, that's then we have outdoor festivals and stuff like that. But I mean, I pretty much understand where everybody's going at. Where they love the band, live band.
Yeah.
And you know what? And we all here are of a certain age persuasion, see. So we're going to rock with a live band. I grew up with concerts, man. And let me tell you, when I was first going to hip hop joints, I was like, yo, that's it, the DJ and the mic, that's all he doing. Now, some of them rocked. Some like LL used to put on a real nice show back in the day. And then I saw Wu-Tang and Nas just last year. But even a lot of hip hop groups are using a band. The Roots be
Yeah.
performing for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jay-Z used them way
Yeah.
back in the day. He
Yeah.
used them. So these artists, even though they go with the DJ joint, they be realizing that the look is still, kick it with a
It's
live
authentic,
band.
man. Yeah, it's authentic. It's just
But
more authentic.
like
Yeah.
with my band though, like there's times I actually incorporate DJing as we're performing live too.
Yeah, I notice a lot
For
of
your break
groups are
sets.
doing that
Yeah,
too.
for your break
Yeah,
sets.
for your
Yeah.
break. For your breaks.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Tosh, as a concert goer, do you care how the music is being performed or only whether the show feels good? What's your thought on that?
Definitely how the music is being performed, for sure.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's got to be something that we all pretty much got to be feeling and rocking, rocking with more than anything.
What I don't want to see is anybody doing backing tracks. If you're a hip hop dude, you're up there
Oh
rapping.
man, yeah.
I don't want to hear you in the background
Yes.
with your track and you rapping over top of it.
Mhm.
Hey, listen,
Take the
y'all.
vocals out. Yeah, take the
I
vocals.
went to a concert. I went to a concert this weekend up in Philly, man. I saw Stephanie Mills and she was the bomb.
She's a beast.
Ronald Isley getting old, man. He was in the hospital like 5 weeks ago, and they had backing tracks. I could hear them, and he wasn't singing with that. I could hear that. I was like, oh man. Now Ernie still got his chops on guitar. He still was really nice, but to your point about that, yeah, man, you kind of hate to see it even for the old school acts. We're coming into
That's
our
Charlie
final
Wilson.
take.
You see him?
Yes. Oh, he just recovered. He just
Yeah.
recovered. But Charlie's still good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie's still good. I saw him recently, and I know he had a stroke, and he's getting himself together. We coming into the final takes of the show. This has been a bomb diggity tonight. We really went hard. So I got some quick hitters. These are our final takes, and this is the part of the show we call our rapid fire. And everybody's going to get a piece. I don't need a long dissertation, okay? All right? Because we done did a lot of that tonight. I just need hit it and quit it, like James Brown. Hit it and quit it. All right? Prenup, throwing out to you, Tosh. Is that smart planning or preparing for a divorce?
Smart planning.
James, he can't cook, clean, or manage a household.
Wait, you say he can't clean.
I'm sorry, bro.
Damn.
I bet
Wait.
she
How you doing?
Damn.
she can't cook. She can't cook, clean, or manage a household.
They trying to make me spicy?
No,
doing?
I'm not trying to make you spicy, bro. That's a slip. That's a slip on my end. No shade. As Tosh said earlier, no shade, bro.
Ever
No
since his
shade.
notebook thing, ever since notebook,
That's
he was
what
Hey,
we've been
look.
dealing with.
Hey,
That's what
look.
we've been dealing with.
Hey, nobody tell me tonight you was fluid, okay? Ain't nobody tell me you was fluid, baby. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Let me rework that. She can't cook, clean, or manage a household. Still wifey material.
Yeah.
Good question.
Okay.
Did you say yeah? Did you say
He
yeah?
did. He said yeah. He said yeah.
You see me wiping my eyes, right?
You know what?
Hey, that sun-kissed peasant, man. That sun-kissed peasant. I'm just saying.
He's stuck in his notebook, man. Okay. For me, she makes twice my salary. Relationship problem? No, because I'm still the man. Okay. And I carry a certain swagger about me. It is what it is. Okay.
Period.
It is what it is. And the last joint, Tosh,
What if she
I'ma
can
throw
beat
this
you up
to
though?
No,
Let's say
I got a couple.
y'all went to MMA and she knocked you out. Is it a problem then? She put you in a headlock, you put you to sleep.
Oh God.
E, which is harder, speaking honestly or listening honestly?
Speaking honestly.
Tosh, I'm throwing this to everybody, this question. Tosh,
Speaking honestly, yes, that's harder.
James, Blue,
Man, this is a tough one right here. I know you need a quick and fire button, but man, this is a tough one, man. I'm gonna say listen, because
and I'm with you.
I could be a sun-kissed peasant.
Hey, see me, I'm a communicator. I love to talk. But
No.
listening, for me, it's going to be listening honestly. And I'm still working on it.
Yeah.
I've gotten better over the years. I have no problem expressing myself, telling you where I'm coming from. I ain't Ralph Tresvant now, okay? I ain't super sensitive. But, yo, I'm going to let you know where I'm coming from. Yo, as far as our questions that we've had, we've covered a lot of ground tonight, y'all. And I want to thank Tosh for coming on. You've brought a certain element to us tonight that is all juice and it's all fun. And we certainly enjoyed having you on. Blue and E, yeah, y'all did give her a lot of, just like she said off the jump. She said that she was going to be a problem. Okay.
Nah,
But
that was all. Hey, that was all.
easy. That was easy. That was definitely E. But it's always E. It's always E. You know what I'm saying? But I want to remind everybody, we're thankful to everybody who came, who was on the panel with us tonight. Blue, appreciate you. Easy E, we love you, and whether you're controversial or not, we need to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
And
Real
we
talk,
appreciate that. We appreciate that. And my man, the funky one, can't help but thank you for all the things you do. You know, and yeah, you pulled out the notebook tonight, though. All right, but you know, you've been our co-host with us. You know, you the executive producer. You knock out the music. We can't thank you and love you enough, man.
Yeah,
Look, you out there, we want you to like, we want you to comment, we want you to subscribe and share. We want you to encourage both men and women to take a listen to what we were talking about tonight. And kick us your comments, okay? Don't be afraid. Hit us up. Matter of fact, we're very good at answering your comments. You don't have to agree with somebody to listen to them. Sometimes understanding another person's perspective is more valuable than winning the argument. This is Brothers Just Talking, y'all. See you in the next episode. Thank you much.
All right.
Peace.
Later.
Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to Brothers Just Talking. Hosted by Harvey, James, Emeka, and Sebastian B. Blue. Produced by Sound Fader Studios. Executive producer and audio engineer, Sonar the Funky One. Theme music by Shattered Aspirations. If you enjoyed today's episode, subscribe, leave us a review, and join the conversation in our Facebook group. Want to be a guest on the show? Email us and tell us why your story needs to be heard. Until next time, keep talking, keep keep laughing and keep it real. Peace.